Welcome, everyone, to Tempe, Arizona and Mountain America Stadium, home to the Arizona State Sun Devils, where Sparky and his gang have been sharpening those pitchforks in anticipation of this one. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we see a squad from the Big 12, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on another team from the Big 12 in an intra-conference matchup, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Arizona will kick off to get things underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Arizona State's offense will get the first crack at it here. Guys, they battle for the Territorial Cup and bragging rights in the desert.
Yeah, the three of us have been part of this rivalry. We've seen it up close before, calling this game in the past, and we know these two fan bases, man, they do not like each other.
Disdain, distaste. This rivalry goes back to before Arizona was an official state. Just think about how deep and how old this rivalry is.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Rogers. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. The first time the Sun Devils and the Wildcats met, Arizona wasn't even a state yet. It was 1899.
Reese Davis, a college football aficionado, and a history buff, too. Great history between these two schools, though.
Yeah, and it goes back, obviously, that long. So many classes, so much hatred. It's beautiful when rivalries really matter, and it matters to the people in Arizona.
Looking to scramble. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. They try to pop a run on the draw. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. A jet sweep pass. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Luck. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
And the Sun Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. The Wildcats offense will go to work for the first time today. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football at a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Pulls it and fires to the left. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. They'll give it to Johnson. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Wildcats are flying down the field. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Arizona won a tight one the last time they saw the Sun Devils.
Yeah, Arizona did exactly what they needed to do. They handled everything, their emotions, and they got the big dub last time in this rivalry game.
Really like the coaching staff, too. They made the adjustments that were necessary to win that football game. So what sort of plays are Arizona going to dial up here?
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Blast is way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. He's going to pass on second down. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. On 4th down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Line gets set, first down. Goes to the option. Now the toss. He breaks a tackle. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. From the gun, the running back looking for room. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying to beat the D deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Wants to go up top. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. He'll do it himself. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The #1 job is to protect their quarterback, and they did not.
They did not, but my #1 job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this, get in the sack, rattle this guy as much as you can, as many hits as possible on these quarterbacks.
A 3rd and long coming up here. He's looking downfield to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Luck. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Sun Devils decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, 3rd down, 4th down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. They'll try to get the first through the air. Ball in the air, intercepted. Would have loved to have gotten a big return out of that one, but they'll take it first down at the 40.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel in the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like last.
And it's on the ground. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
As a defender, You love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
First down here for the offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. That's caught. It's Johnson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now on second down. Quarterback on the keeper. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. And they got him for the sack.
Yeah, and I like teams that are aggressive. When offenses go empty and spread you out, you only got so many guys to protect your quarterback, and the linebacker comes through and hammers the quarterback and gets the sack.
Arizona runs out the punt team. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. He'll keep it himself. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's first and 10 from the 38-yard line. He's going to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. Got it inside the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Arizona State.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Louisiana Tech was able to cap off a close one in Ruston with a narrow victory. And that's the mark of a solid program. Pile up wins, build on games like these, and remain focused on the big picture. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Out of the gun to give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
And the Sun Devils will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3-and-out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Nice confidence by the QB. Good throw over the middle of the field. Nice little strike down the field for a big play. Listen, you got to throw it where it's open. And he found a slot, found a little hole in the middle of the field. Nice job attacking.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You can tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He'll pull it on the read. And he'll be stopped for no gain and will be stopped for the end of the first quarter. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Well, that's their 3rd sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point of the game.
Arizona runs out the punt team. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Pulls it, fired complete. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Big way to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Quickly complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. The give on the inside. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The Sun Devils look to keep this drive humming. Looking to move it through the air. Quick strike complete. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Oh, my, circle, Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the first down. Going to the running game. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Holds and fires complete to the right. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. He's got it. Oh, and he thought he had a chance to house him, and the defense tackles him at the 3. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. And he fights his way forward, gets away from 1, but not much doing on that one. From the 3-yard line, they'll try it again on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, and this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They want to run it left here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. From the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Arizona in a hurry. Leaves it with the running back. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll try to pop the draw. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He's got it. What a cut. Now he's loose. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. And the quarterback is snowed under.
The defense has had some bad stuff happen to them today, but one bright spot for them has been the pass rush. They've shown the ability to get after the opposing quarterback.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. And the Sun Devils will punt it away on 4th down. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They've stumbled a little bit out of the gate here, Jesse, finding themselves down by 2 scores.
Yeah, and their defense needs to help them out and get off the field and get through some more possessions. This offense didn't spend a lot of time on the field in the first quarter, David. I think they got to run the ball here and try to establish some rhythm.
They got to establish something. And you're right. You'll wear your defense out. Continue. You keep getting the football back to them, to the other offense. You're wearing your defense out, and you'll have no shot to get back in this game.
Now, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. He looks that one in nicely. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the ground game.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
3rd and short from the 49 is this 4-down territory. Using the quick game. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Arizona moving the ball quickly down the field. Out of the gun, the inside give. Sometimes you wonder if rivals really don't like each other. This guy sure doesn't like anybody on the other side. He's tackling everybody.
And that's the kind of defender I want. The guys who don't like people. They love collisions. They love to throw their body around. Jesse, he's been all over the field.
And this guy's good week in, week out, right? But in this game, he just seems like he's more dialed in, and he's playing at a different intensity level right now than I think anybody else on the field.
Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Offense getting set for first down. He's looking to throw it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Gets it out quickly. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. They're working that left side. He's brought down solid. Pick up a little bit short of the first down. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Lets it fly. And that one's going to be incomplete. I don't think he got a foot down along the back of the end zone. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They're bringing heat. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable top 25 clash. Baylor sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the 4th quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in Waco. That's how much they took the crowd out of it. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, all the tradition, all of the bad blood between these programs, It's all kind of come to a boil today in a spirited first half in the fight for the Territorial Cup.
The Sun Devils will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Pressure coming. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. He spent his whole career in the backfield, now 40 career sacks.
That is absolutely insane. A guy that can get to the quarterback that much. You know where he's at, Palmer. He's on the end of the line of scrimmage most of the time. You're pointing to him. There's the guy we got to make sure that doesn't make the play, and he gets to the quarterback time and time again.
There are very few players, I think, in college football, David, that you need to know where they line up each and every play because they are going to disrupt everything. This guy has been that all throughout his career. 40 sacks. That is unbelievable.
He's going up top. Makes the catch down the right side. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. On second down, they'll take to the air. He's got his man. On the move at the 30. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. Arizona right back to the line.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. Unloads quickly. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Just 3 points on 3 previous red zone trips. The idea is to punch it in this time. Snags it. They will score. Touchdown, Wildcats. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Now they'll try the 2-point conversion and try to crawl within 3. The snap sets up to throw. Makes the grab on the left. And they're able to get him on the ground. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Caught behind the line. It's Luck. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. Throws to the wideout. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Dumps it off in the flats. There to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a first down. He's going to pass. He's taking the shot. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's going to run it. Still running at the 40. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. And the Sun Devils headed quickly to the line.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. He'll do it himself. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Sun Devils with the 1st and 10. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. From the gun, running back gets to give. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, a statement run in the red zone to the 13. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. Right down the boulevard. It's good. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Arizona runs out the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Trying to escape and get it himself. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Grab behind the line. It's Rodgers. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. And the Sun Devils have their offense in high gear. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. And it's picked off. Got some room to run. And after making the interception, he takes it inside the 40.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Tackle is made after the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Grabs it in the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's right on target. Makes the catch and knocked down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And they will score! Touchdown, Wildcats!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They're going to run it. He's not going to get there as this defense stops the two-point conversion attempt, and they hang on to this slim lead. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Nice move to pick up yardage. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quarterback on the keeper. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. They're facing a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's playing with fire, and he's picked off. Looking for more room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down, or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
A great spot to start this drive for the offense. He'll come out throwing on first down. They're setting up the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in 2nd and manageable. As the the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
They say pressure busts pipes. This quarterback can attest to it. Goodness gracious, they're getting after him all day. There's a reason they're behind. Pressure the quarterback goes a long way to getting the W.
They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. They'll try to run for it. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Arizona has it in the red zone. They'll leave it with him. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. Will they keep it on the ground again here on third down? They'll try to power their way ahead. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. And the Wildcats are marching down the field. They'll throw it on first down. Got it! Touchdown, Arizona! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 5 here in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Not that they want to, fellas, but you can throw the records out the window when Alabama and Auburn meet up in the Iron Bowl. Alabama opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's house and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Finds his tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. They'll try to run for it. Fights his way for a couple, but stopped short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. The Sun Devils will punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by
all kinds of running room. The tag. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Arizona. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the fourth. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that.
Arizona State, 17.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. They'll run play action. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back, get the nice 1st down sack.
Trying to get to him. Trying to make magic with his feet. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down. And the Sun Devils want to crank the tempo.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you've got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a 1st down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
Got it in the middle. It's Jamison. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Good enough for 1st down.
They go to the ground. Twist his way through. Still on his feet at the 45. He's now up to 52 yards rushing so far in this one, and he's closing in on 1,200 for the season.
It's another 1st down for the offense.
They're getting this guy lathered up. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. They're trying to get to it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the 4th quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarterback for another big play.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that...
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power, you just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he reels it in inside the 30. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Defense.
The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
The outstanding game has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
This defense might be reeling after those last two and now facing first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Arizona! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. The Wildcats are indeed bearing down as Arizona stretches the lead.
Arizona's making plays, and you're starting to see the speed on this roster show itself, David.
Yeah, making plays, performing at a high level, especially against a rival. This is impressive by this offense.
And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the fourth. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Arizona State, 17.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. Offense gets set for second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Getting some heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And it's his 4th interception of the night. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Arizona sending the offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Handoff to the lone back. They'll mark it down, and that'll be enough for an Arizona first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. The handoff to Johnson. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Well, after back-to-back losses, this team is really teetering on the edge of disaster.
They got to try to hold on to the positives, as hard as that is to do right now, having lost a couple.